My name is Denver King, and I just got back from Marimba camp at SWOSU up in Weatherford, Oklahoma.
And what is Marimba Camp?
Marimba camp, this is the 4th year they've done it, and it's a camp that some faculty, some percussionists from different high schools come, and Dr. David Bessinger from the university, they put on this camp and learn better technique and just to get to play through some literature and have some fun. On the marimba, I'm holding the 4 mallets and working on stuff like that.
Would you want to explain a little bit about what a marimba is?
Yeah, sure. It's very large. Keys are usually are either wooden, which is nice, or this a keylon is what it's called. It's a kind of material that you can tune just like the wood, and it's a little cheaper, so better for that. It's pretty large, and it can be up to 5 octaves or a little bit over, in musical terms.
Well, how did you ever start playing this kind of instrument, and how did that happen?
Oh, I joined band in 5th grade. They had me take a test and said I was a percussionist, and I've always excelled at mallet percussion, and so when I moved here to Bixby, they put me on marimba in the marching band in the front ensemble, and I've just kind of gone from there. I've been stuck with that, and I love it.
How was that, trying to be in the marching band with an instrument of that size?
It does bring some challenges to it. Of course, you have to drag it out onto the field, and because the marching band is very loud with how many other people versus the 3 of us that are on marimba, we do have microphones underneath us during marching season that we plug in, so we also have to worry about that and the speakers. So we can...
How about parades? How about those corners in the parades?
Luckily, we don't have to take marimbas to the parades. The pit members just usually get to either carry the banner or play crash cymbals.
Well, tell me about your music background. I know this is not the only thing you've done.
Let's see. I also sing. I've been singing since forever.
And tell me about Carnegie Hall.
Carnegie Hall, that was a very, very unique experience, and I'm a very lucky person. I've gotten to go twice in the past, 6 months, I think, and it was really great. This past Thanksgiving break at school, I went with the Tulsa Children's Chorus, and we sang the Vaughan Williams Hodie, which is a 55-minute, 17-movement, huge mass, and it was very gorgeous and awesome. It's about, we also took John Rutter's Mass for the Children, which was another 25-30 minute piece, only 5 movements, and it was also very awesome. We ended the concert there with that. Last time I went was with the Bixby High School and did the New York premiere, actually, of Hola Yielo's Sunrise Mass, which is a very gorgeous Latin piece. It was about 45 minutes. It was only 4 movements. Very awesome.
Are you planning on a music career, or is it too early to determine that?
Yes, I am. My dream would be to be on Broadway, whether performing on stage and singing and acting, and if that doesn't work out, I still want to be on Broadway. I would like to be in the pit, playing marimba or other percussion instruments.
Well, have you ever thought about anything like America's Got Talent, or are you too serious for that?
No, I'm a Broadway nerd. That's pretty much it. I want to go live in New York and be there.
Well, you get a lot of encouragement, don't you? Where does that encouragement come from?
My mom, mostly, and yeah, right there. And some from my grandparents, just all of my family. I'm also kind of lucky there. I think I'm an only child. I know that, and I'm one of 2 or 3 cousins too in the same generation, so I'm kind of spoiled sometimes with some of it, but I do get a lot of encouragement from my family. They're always they're helping pay for things like the 2 trips to Carnegie Hall and the marimba camp tuition and things like that. So
was band your first step into music?
Like I said, I'd always been singing from forever and always. I think my first step into a more professional step was in 4th grade, Miss Kitchell, I think was her name. It was a very nice lady. She was our choral director at the school I was going to there at the time in Kentucky. He said I would really love to make it on Broadway, and if the acting and the singing, which I'm working on, which is great. I'm taking lessons with a very great teacher. But there's still a chance. It's very hard to make it, and if I don't, there's another option that I could play in the pit, which is the instruments that play the music live for the show. And I think if the singing and acting doesn't work, I have a very good chance with that, because a lot of the newer shows are being written with part for percussion and in particular marimba, kind of my specialty, I guess. As composers really love to take advantage of writing for an instrument that's so new. All the other instruments have been around for centuries and things. The marimba's only been around for 100 years or so, and only been taken seriously, like, for real composers to write things for 50 or 60 years. A lot of brand new composers love to just at least one piece, so our repertoire is expanding constantly. It's getting much larger. It's very fun.
I'm curious, what kind of musicals do you like?
I would probably have to go with, if I picked my favorite writer would be Stephen Sondheim. I'd go with him. I love his musicals.
And what has he done?
He's done more popular works he's done that even some people that don't go to the theater might know would be like Sweeney Todd. They did a movie. That's one of the most popular. He's also done Into the Woods, which is my favorite right now.
And the high school did that a couple of years ago.
They
did you see that? That was hilarious.
Yeah, it's a really good show, and I'm super excited. Speaking of Johnny Depp and movies, they're actually making one soon, and he's going to be in it as the wolf, and Meryl Streep will be playing the witch, and it's going to be a very good production. I'm excited.
That sounds like something to see.
Yeah.
Well, what year are you in school now? You have a while to go.
Yeah, 10th grade this next school year, sophomore. So.
But your advice to someone your age who has a dream would be what?
Simplest terms, go for it.